All right, tonight finally getting back to some more seasonable weather. We've got mostly clear skies, a little system passing to our north, but look at the temperature departure. Everywhere east of the Rockies, pretty much above average. There's no big Arctic outbreak heading our way. We can just get back to average. It'll feel cool compared to all the 60s that we've seen and even the low 70s we saw briefly this week. What's next? Well, more seasonable weather for the next couple of days. Sunny skies Friday and Saturday, some rain Sunday, and yes, some mountain snow possible, but dry next week. Tomorrow, temperatures back into the mid-50s under mostly sunny skies. The clouds will be popping up in the afternoon, but all in all, temperatures just a couple degrees above average. You'll see some of those high wispy clouds trying to move in tomorrow. You see the fast-moving system, so there's some of that snow in the mountains and some rain east, but this will be a wet snow that moves into the mountains. I'll break this down hour by hour. You can see mostly dry tomorrow and for most of Saturday, but clouds start to thicken up. Late Saturday, we'll see some snow showers developing. A few showers try to break east of the mountains, and another surge of moisture on Sunday could mix with snow at times and rain in the mountains. Some of the highest elevations, I'm talking above 3,500 feet, best chance of seeing some accumulating snow over the weekend. We'll zoom in there and you can see on Saturday, maybe 1 to 3 inches there through Saturday afternoon, mainly near the Tennessee line. This will be very elevation dependent. The higher up you are, the better chance. Roan Mountain, Sugar Mountain, Beech Mountain, Grandfather Mountain, those areas heading up towards Mount Rogers. And then that second surge of moisture on Sunday could really produce some really heavy wet snow at the highest elevation. So if you're heading up to the mountains this weekend, you might see some decent snow up there. Great news for the skiers who have had a rough start here just after Christmas as temperatures have warmed up. Thank goodness for that cold snap, though, back in December. Now, the weekend forecast all in all, east of the mountains will be in the mid-50s on Saturday, low 50s on Sunday, but again, the chances of a few showers, not a complete washout, heavier chances in the mountains where it'll mix with snow at times. Now, the rain chances over the next 7 days aren't incredibly high. In fact, should be relatively dry, only about a half an inch to a quarter of an inch, so a pretty dry setup over the next 7 days. But if we go into late next week, the long range pattern does show a cutoff low. This low pressure system kind of breaking off of the jet stream and moving over the southeast. That's a sign, at least right now, that we're going to see some type of storminess over the Carolinas late next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe enough cold air in the upper levels that work its way down to the lower levels that we could see a little bit of snow, especially in the mountains, probably a cold rain east of the mountains, but it's going to be a chilly pattern. Temperatures above average, but not as much as we've seen recently. And then going into the weekend, you see those below average temperatures developing. So here's a look at your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Temperatures pretty consistently mid to maybe upper 50s. That's above our averages of 32 and 52, but noticeably cooler in the mornings. 10-day forecast shows that cool down late next week and that storm Friday, Saturday. Rain east of the mountains, but we're definitely going to see some snow in the higher elevations again next weekend.